Hi there and welcome to Stamping in the Barnyard. My name is Bethany Barnard and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I have worked on 12 whimsical Christmas projects that I'm bringing to you weekly, which will take us right through until the middle of December. I'm excited to share various projects with you. I'll have little gift ideas as well as cards. I'm excited to share this card with you today that uses the Horse and Sleigh suite that has this stamp set, Horse and Sleigh, with coordinating dies. And the images are actually much bigger than what you see on here. And as we use it, you'll see that. But it's sort of reminiscent of some of the traditional Christmas cards from the past. I live here in Florida, but I still love the snowy scenes and the whole idea of one horse open sleigh, which of course is what the name of this designer series paper is. And it's got just beautiful 6x6 scenes in here. And I actually came up with this card because I hated to cut away too much of this scene, our usual 4x5 1/4 that will do a card front. I just really wanted to be able to use more of it. And so I managed to do that in the card that I'm sharing with you today. It's a simple card. I love it because it does pack a wow, and you'll see that in a second. But it also has these adhesive backed snowflake assortments in the gold, copper, and white. That's all part of that suite that you would find in the online exclusives. And I'd love to have you shop with me and purchase these. So the card we're gonna make today, here's the front. So it's kind of simple front, but when you open up the card, the recipient would see it like this. But you can see it's sort of a 3D image and they can just lay it out. If they fold it flat and then lay it out, it will stand up on its own. It will, I promise. There we go. And give you just a beautiful Christmas wintry scene. So let me show you how we're gonna make this. And we are gonna start with, of course, a thick white, basic white cardstock, and I did use the thick one so that it can stand up like this. And it's 8.5 by 5.5. That's our usual card dimensions, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just gonna use my bone folder here to get a nice fold. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the inside first. And I've taken a piece of this beautiful DSP, and it is cut at 5 1/4, which means I only took off 3/4 of an inch on the, well, I took it off on the right side because I wanted to kind of leave this green tree, but you can cut it down however you want, but we need that 5 1/4 to mat inside our card. And then it's 5 5/8. So that means that you're only cutting off 3/8 of an inch from the bottom. Well, actually, again, I took that from the top because I wanted more of the snow. But you're only getting rid of such a small amount of this beautiful paper, which is what I love about this particular card fold. And so then from the bottom of your paper, however you cut out your design, and as I said, I took 3/4 of an inch from the right-hand side of this one. I change it depending on what the scene is and what it has to offer. On this one, I took it all from the left side because there were a lot of these trees, and then I took it off from the top. So you just kind of want to center the image that you most want to see in the background. And then I just scored this in 3/4 inch intervals. So at 3, not cut, be careful, at 3/4 of an inch. And then again at 1 1/2, and again, this is from the bottom. And I will put all these measurements in the description below. And then finally at 2 1/4. And those are your 3 scores. And then you want to go ahead and fold it, and you'll fold it on that top fold that you made, closing it in. And then you will do sort of, well, I don't want to call it a fan fold because in the end you're going to go in the same direction as well. I think that when I show this to you, so you're going to fold it out, then down, and then back in again. So this is what you're going to have once you've folded the whole card. And then what you're going to do is we are going to put glue on this bottom panel here. And on the side that you are showing is where you're going to put your glue. So here we go. As I said, this is a pretty quick and easy card, partly because this paper's so beautiful, but I do really love the horse and sleigh as well. You will probably see some more of this suite in some of the projects that I will be sharing with you before we finish our 12 weeks. So you want to then, this is the bottom half of the card. The card is going to open like this. So on the just below that fold line and centered on either side so that you have about 1/8 of an inch of white showing on either side. I'm going to slide this down just a little bit if I can. There we go. And then you're going to fold it away from there, and then you're going to fold it like this. So I don't know if you can see. So on the second fold up, you're going to fold the whole thing down. And the way you know whether or not you've done it right is because you want the same edge. It looks like it's going to be on the bottom, but actually we're going to put the glue on this back piece, shut the card, that will bring it up, and then it will go here. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So what you want to do is fold it in such a way that you have the first fold here. Again, I'll show it to you like this. And then we're going to just adhere it. And I literally just use, I love this liquid glue. I know that if you've watched any of my videos, I say that every time. It holds so well. And I'm afraid that some of our tape runners really just don't, especially here in Florida where the heat can just really make paper that's stuck one day come apart the next. So this is really my glue of choice. It's also the more economical. There is a learning curve, I think, on using this, but it just really is the best glue for these projects. Okay, so while this is folded flat down, you want to shut the card. Make sure that's adhered. You're going to see how quickly this card comes together. Now, I did already color in my horse and sleigh, so I just got a little bit of glue on there. Get that up, even though I'll be covering it with some DSP. Okay, so there we go, and there we have sort of that woodland look with sort of popping the horse out. So the next thing we're going to do is, here is the horse and sleigh that I've already colored. And if you'd like to know the colors, I did the sleigh in balmy blue. I did the whole thing in a light blue. And then I went around the outside with the dark balmy blue. And then I used the light balmy blue to just blend it in. And that's why you get this little soft, lighter color in here. I did the same thing with the horse using the pecan pie blends. And I did the lighter color, and then I went over it with the darker, and then I blended it in with the lighter. I've got some light Night of Navy here on the, I don't know, are those called bridle pieces? I'm not really a horse person, so I don't know for sure. But on the pieces that, you know, on the horse. I know some of my horse friends are going to laugh at me for not knowing what those are called. But anyway, I did the light Night of Navy in there. I did their hats in balmy blue. I just like the softness of the pink and blue, especially with sort of the pink and blue that was going on here. So their hats are in the balmy blue. I did the flirty flamingo for the woman and her jacket. And then I did the man's coat in the fur part in a dark gray, and then a light gray, and then a dark gray again for where I think his pants come out here. And then I used some of the skin tones on their faces. But you know, it's fun to color in. I enjoy using those blends. But that's probably what will take you the longest, is just putting that, coloring in that horse. But if you're like me, you can cut out, oh, I'm just realizing, I'm gonna cut this out. I missed this little bit between his ears. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm only gonna put glue on the bottom part of the horse and the sleigh. Well, that was more glue than I wanted to come out just then. So we might take a little bit of that up here with some stray piece of paper that I have. There we go. And then we're just going to put the horse sleigh in here. Once you have them adhered, you can close it again, and then doesn't matter which way you close it, but then you have the horse and sleigh coming out in front. Now on this card, I have on the outside, wishing you a season of cheer, and then on the inside, and a Happy New Year. But I really not happy unless it really does actually say the Merry Christmas on it too. So I went ahead and borrowed the Merry Christmas from I had put these on the grid when I put them on the block, but I suddenly was second guessing myself. Maybe I should be. But anyway, I borrowed the Merry Christmas that comes from the Berry Cute set. Of course, I have several Merry Christmas stamps. You don't have to do that. You can just put and a Happy New Year on the inside if you want. But in the new boho, is it boho blue? I'm gonna have to look at it and just double check. See, and I think that works out okay. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, boho blue. I don't know why I had a bit brain freeze there. Anyway, I like that on the inside. And then, so we almost have the inside finished. I'm gonna put a few snowflakes in there, but let's go ahead and do the outside. And with that, I took this little scene, because it's as if they have this long journey through this snow before they get closer to the woods in their home. That's the way I see it. It may not make any sense at all. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the top. But you can see just how quick this comes together and how it is still kind of a nice surprise for whoever opens it. And then I'll show you a couple other you can, as I said, you can use any paper in that set. It's just gorgeous paper. Not upside down though. All right, and giving yourself that same border all the way around, hopefully. Okay, and then the other thing I have here is a 1 by 3.5 inch piece, and I am going to stamp the Wishing You a Season of Cheer, because I thought that still made sense. Wishing you a season of cheer, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. It almost seems like a better rhyme to me. But I know not everyone makes Christmas cards. Some are just celebrating the season. So I'm going to put this here because I'm going to use my, do I like how that came out? I'm going to try it again on the other side. I don't know what happened here, that it looks like it didn't quite meet up. So I'm going to try that again. I would use it if I didn't have another side. So if I don't do as, you know, if it comes out exactly the same, I'm good with it. I have used this stamp before. It's not like it's my first time, so I'm not really sure why. Here we go. Season of Cheer. There you go. Yeah, that came out better. I don't know what happened the other time. So once I put this on the back of this, you'll never see that I had it stamped previously. But I do like to use the pick a label punch to get a little bit of a design at the other end. And last card I made, I used the other. I like to look at it and see how it's coming up. I think I'm gonna use this design, which is different from the one in the sample card, but sometimes I just like to change it all out. But you know what? No, that's right. Oh dear. Okay, so then I'm gonna just put that on here. I don't know. You know what? I did like it better, I think, the other design for it. So I'm going to cut this straight off, and then I'm going to put this in again, and I'm going to go with the other side. I like that better. That was what I used originally, and I think I liked it better. So here we go, and see, it allows you to do that. You can change your mind. Keep turning it over the wrong way and freaking out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that on right there. Yeah, I'm happier with that. And I know I got a little bit of glue here, but I'm going to take out my little rubber piece in a minute after that dries. And we'll put this straight up on top. The reason I don't put this up on dimensionals is because it's thicker. The card itself is a little bit thicker because of the folded DSP inside. So I'm going to put this on like that. There we go. And let me see if I can clean this up a little bit. If not, I'll wait until it dries some more. But I think I got it all up, so there, we're good. All right, so now comes the snowflake time. And there's 2 sheets of this because they do have different sizes, and I'm going to use all of them. And I'm going to take my pick. And I love to put a snowflake right here at the edge of, and I'll use this nice big one. And just put that right half on, half off. And the light, it kind of reflects a little bit, which is nice. And then I'll take one of these, and I'll put that there, and then I'll take, because there's no 2 snowflakes the same, right? Well, on this card, there might be on the inside, because now I'm going to put some snowflakes on the inside as well. And so I'll put, where do I want to put this? I'll put it here. And then one here. And finally, one up here. So there you have it. I mean, how quick was this card? Now I realize I had colored this in advance, but other than that, this card is such a quick one to put together. And I hope that you like it as much as I do, and that it's, if you want to have a card that's a little bit special for your people, it's so easy and quick to do. Thank you for watching.